Greetings, one and all, and welcome to the Open Handed Classroom. I want to extend a special thank you to you, yes, you, for stopping by. Now, students, notice that the question before us is a math question. And I got this question from the 2018 Paper 1 Mathematics BGCSE examination. Note also that this question currently is unsolved, but I assure you that by the end of this video, this question would be completed. So my question to you is, are you ready? Are you ready? Then let us dive into the question. We begin by reading the question. The question states the following: write down the next two numbers in the sequence. So we have a sequence, and the instruction is to write down the next two numbers in the sequence. So we have 1, 1 and 3 over 4, 2 and 1 over 2, 3 and 1 over 4, and the question wants us to determine what number goes here and what number goes there. Okay, before we approach this question together, I'm going to give you an opportunity to attempt the question on your own. So please pause the video, attempt the question on your own, and I'll see you on the other side of the pause. Okay, now that you have attempted the question on your own, let us consider the question together. Let us consider let us consider 1 and 3 over 4. And ask yourself the question, how do I move from 1 to 1 and 3 over 4? Indeed, in order to get from 1 to 3 over 4, we can add 3 over 4. So 1 plus 3 over 4, right? 1 plus 3 over 4 equals 1 and 3 over 4. Okay, so let's use that idea, right? Let's use that idea, and let's consider 1 and 3 over 4, and we're going to add 3 over 4 to 1 and 3 over 4. And notice the following. Okay, so we have 1 and 3 over 4 plus 3 over 4 plus 3 over 4. Okay, plus 3 over 4. So what is that? What is the result of that? Let us add them. Okay, so first let us convert 1 and 3 over 4 to a improper fraction. So let's do that. So we multiply 1 and 4. 1 times 4 is indeed 4. So we have 1 times 4, and we're going to add 3. Okay, so we're going to add 3. So we're going to add 3, and the denominator we leave it as 4. Okay, so we have 4 times 1, or 1 times 4 is 4, plus 3 all over 4. So the result is 4 plus 3, which is 7, all over 4. So 1 and 3 over 4 written in as an improper fraction is indeed 7 over 4. Okay, so therefore 1 and 3 over 4 plus 3 over 4 equals 7 over 4, right, plus 3 over 4. But what is 7 over 4 plus 3 over 4? The answer is 10 over 4. Okay, so now let us take 10 over 4 and let us simplify it. So we have 10 over 4, and we want to simplify it. We divide both sides. We divide both top and bottom by 2. Now 10 divided by 2 is 5, and 4 divided by 2 is indeed 2. So we have 5 over 2. So 1 and 3 over 4 plus 3 over 4 is 5 over 2. What is 5 over 2? Right? What is 5 over 2? Let's convert 5 over 2 into a mixed number. So we have 2 as the divisor and 5 as the dividend. And we say 2 times 2 equals 4. Okay, so 5 minus 4 is indeed 1. So now we take this 2, and this 2 becomes the whole number of our mixed number. Okay, and we take, sorry, that is incorrect. That's incorrect. That is incorrect. So what happens is, sorry, let me erase. What happens is that the divisor, this is the divisor would become the denominator of the simple fraction, right? The quotient ends up being the whole number of the mixed number. So the quotient ends up being the whole number, and the remainder is the numerator. Okay, so the remainder is the numerator. Okay, so therefore 5 over 2 written as an improper fraction, written as a mixed number, is the following. So the quotient here is 2, the remainder here is 1, and the divisor here is 2. So this equals 2 and 1 over 2. So note that when we take 1 and 3 over 4 and we add it to 3 over 4, we get 2 and 1 over 2. So let me erase that and do a summary of what we have thus far. Notice that when we take 1 and add it to 3 over 4, we get 1 and 3 over 4. Sorry, we get 1 and 3 over 4. 1 and 3 over 4. And when we take 1 and 3 over 4 and add 3 over 4 to it, okay? When we take 1 and 3 over 4 and add 3 over 4 to it, we get 2 and 1 over 2. Okay? Let me keep the color coding. So let me erase this and use the green. So we have 2 and 1 over 2. So notice, hopefully you can see a pattern. Hopefully you can see a pattern coming along. When we add a term in our sequence, by 3 over 4, we get the next term in our sequence. So notice that the first term in our sequence is 1. And we add 3 over 4, we get the next term in the sequence, which is 1 and 3 over 4. And when we take 1 and 3 over 4 and we add 3 over 4 to it, we get the next term. Okay, so let us do the same thing for 2 and 1 over 2. So we're going to add 2 and 1 over 2, and we're going to see if we indeed get 3 and 1 over 4. Let us see. Okay, so let's do that. So we have, let's erase. So I'm going to take 2 and 1 over 2, and I'm going to add it to, and I'm going to add 1 and I'm going to add 3 over 4 to it. So we have 2 and 1 over 2, and I'm going to add 3 over 4 to it. Let's convert 2 and 1 over 2, 2a. Improper fraction, so we say 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So that's 5 over 2. Okay, plus 3 over 4. Okay, and we ask ourselves the question, okay, what is the LCM of 2 and 4? Well, the LCM of 2 and 4, notice we have 2, 4, 6, and 8. Those are some multiples of 2. And some multiples of 4 is 4, 8, 12, and so on. The lowest common multiple of 2 and 4 is indeed 4. So 4 is our denominator. And we say, what number can I multiply by 4 to give me? What number can I multiply by 4 to give me 4? And the answer is 1. 4 times 1 is indeed 4. And 3 times 1 is indeed 4. So, and whatever we do to the bottom, we must do to the top. So since we multiply 4 times 1, we have to multiply, since we used 1 for our denominator, we have to use 1 for the numerator as well. Okay, then we ask the same question for 2. We say, okay, what times 2 gives me 4? And the answer is 2. 2 times 2 gives us 4. And since we use 2 for the denominator, we must use 2 for the numerator. So we say 5 times 2. 5 times 2 is indeed 10, plus 3 times 1. 3 times 1 is indeed 3. So we're left with 13 over 4. Okay, so let us convert 13 over 4 into a mixed number. So let me erase. What is 13 over 4 written as a mixed number? I'm going to divide 13 by 4. 4 is the divisor. So we have 13. 4 times 2. 4 times 2 is indeed 8. Okay, 4 times 2 is indeed 8, but let's use 3 is 3. It's better to use 3. So let's use 3. So we have 4 times 3 is indeed 12. So we have 13 minus 12 is 1. Okay, so therefore our mixed number is the divisor is the denominator, the quotient is the whole number, and the numerator and the remainder is the numerator. So we have 3 and 1 over 4. We have 3 and 1 over 4. And notice that 3 and 1 over 4 is indeed the next term in the sequence. So hopefully you can see the pattern. Every time we add 3 over 4 to one term in the sequence, we get the next term in the sequence. So in order to get this term, in order to get this term in the sequence, and in order to get this term in the sequence, first let's just speak about 1. In order to get this term in the sequence, I'm going to take 3 over 4 and add it to 3 and 1 over 4. Okay? And I'm going to use a similar idea for this one. Okay, so let us do that. So, okay, so let me erase. So we have 3 and 1 over 4, right? 3 and 1 over 4. And we're going to add 3 over 4 to 3 and 1 over 4. Okay, so in order to do this, let us convert 3 and 1 over 4 to an improper fraction. That's one way we could do this. There's also another way that we could also do this. Notice that 3 and 1 over 4, notice that this equals, there's another way we could do this. So we can say 3 and 1 over 4 equals 3. And not, we can deal with the fractions, and we can deal with the fractions. So what I mean is the following. So we have 3 and 1 over 4 plus 3 over 4. So let us just consider 1 over 4 and 3 over 4. Okay. Now 1 over 4 and 3 over 4, the answer, if we add them, 1 over 4 and 3 over 4, if we add them, the answer is 4 over 4. And 4 over 4 is indeed 1. Okay. So when we considered only the fractions, we get 1. Okay. But don't forget, we have 3 that we have to take into consideration. So we say 3 plus 1, and that equals to 4. So 3 and 1 over 4 plus 3 over 4 is indeed 1. Sorry, it's indeed 4. Okay, so it's indeed 4. Okay, that's one way to do it. There's also another way we could do it, which is in harmony with the way that we have been doing it throughout this video. That is by converting 3 and 1 over 4 into a improper fraction. So let's do that. So, and we'll get the same result. So we have 3 and 1 over 4. Let's convert that to improper fraction. If we do that, notice we have 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12 plus 1, that's 13. And we keep 4 as the denominator. And we add 3 over 4. Now, what is 13 over 4? What is 13 over 4 plus 3 over 4? We keep the same denominator. So we have 4. 13 plus 3. What is 13 plus 3? 13 plus 3 equals 16. Okay, so we have 16 over 4. What is 16 over 4? 16, what is 16 divided by 4? 16 divided by 4 is indeed 4. So the answer is, again, 4. So then the missing number, one of the missing numbers of the sequence is 4. Okay, so let's put that there. So one of the missing numbers is 4. Okay, now we're going to add 3 over 4 to 4. So let's do that. So we have 4 plus 3 over 4. And 4 plus 3 over 4 is indeed 4 and 3 over 4. So the next missing number is indeed 4 and 3 over 4. And that is the answer.